All right, so we are here at Home Depot, folks, and look at this. We're checking out the Father's Day tool ideas and gifts here and deals that are going on here at Home Depot for Father's Day. The flyer is out here. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to start right off here with the grills, and I want to show you a couple of the grills that are on the docket here in the Father's Day ad. This is one of them here. This is the Traeger. And I forget if this is the 26 inch. How big is this guy? It's a 575 wood pellet grill. And so right here, there's your price. So it's at $6.99 right now, about $100 off there. Hey, what's up, Christopher Russell, who just checked in, and so did Samuel Adams. So here's your grill, the Traeger Smoker here. And this is one of them. And then there's another model here that's a little bit smaller. Or is it big? No, this one's the bigger one. This one is also $5.99. This is their wood pellet grill. This is the $5.99, down from $6.99. And this was the other one, I believe, the 20-inch, 22-inch. That's also in the flyer. So this one is actually about $150 off there. Hey, what's up, John? From California. And James says, Wi-Fi. Yeah, we had Wi-Fi issues trying to get the stream started. It wouldn't start. So I had to get off of the Home Depot's Wi-Fi and went just straight to my crappy 5G cell phone signal, which anybody that has 5G, you guys probably know if you've ever had to go live. 5G is the biggest scam pulled on the American public. Verizon is just such unbelievable liars about like how good the 5G is. It's just terrible. And 5G is actually weaker than 4G. And JMC says, Jeff, I only buy that cheap $30 tabletop barbecue grills. Yeah. And speaking of cheap, well, this one's not so cheap, but it's cheaper compared to the other one next to it. This is that 12-inch propane pizza oven here. $2.99. So this one is in the ad. Now, I don't think that it's being discounted. Just because you see something in a Home Depot, Lowe's, or anybody else's flyer doesn't mean that it's a sale price unless they tell you it is. But this is that little Next Grill pizza oven. But it's a lot cheaper than this Rock Box one next to it, which is $4.99, man, for this little guy right here. So I always have a hard time going, man, I don't know. That seems like a steep price for this pizza oven. Sam's Club had one that was like $1.99 also a few months ago, but they've sold out of those already. And Donovan just says, hey, 100 people watching and only 4 likes. Yeah, let's get those likes up. And don't forget, at any time, folks, you can donate by hitting the that Super Thanks button at the bottom of the video there. That helps us because we're actually trying to go stay with my sister next week in Boca, and the hotel wants 2 days minimum stay. I'm like, oh, brutal. So look at this. They've got a number of patio sets that are on sale right now. Some of them up to 40% off. So here you got this St. Charles 5-piece fire pit set, and there's only 2 left in this store. And I'll show you the $300 off. There's your number for it right there. And I will put links in the video description below when I get home to some of these better deals that we're showing you and the BOGO deals. But this is a nice set. I like this one. They sort of rock a bit. They don't spin, but they do rock a little bit. These are nice. I'm not a big fan of this Summer Sound one here. This is 4-piece. It's just because it's wicker. I'm not a big wicker fan. But these here are also down $300. And Raul Jr. back again for another one. Thanks for coming back, Raul, in the chat, joining us tonight. And so here's another one here. This is that Hazel Burst LP. Now this is the high dining set. So these are the higher chairs right here. So this is down to $9.99. This is a 4 chairs and the high pit in the middle, and this also was down to $12.99. So you can see that they're saying right there up to 40% off all the patio sets. And here's the number for that one right there. And not only the sets, but we're seeing it across the board on a lot of these other things over here. Some of the smaller little sets as well. So, for example, here's the natural 3-piece wicker set down to $279 from $349. So we're seeing a lot of these kinds of things here. And a bench. So you got the bench here, 2-person bench, $50 off. So come in and look for those. I want to show you a couple of other grills before we move on to some of the tool deals that we're going to show you. We have some new Ridgid displays that came in too. Some Ridgid buy one get ones. And let's see what we got here. All right, so we got the 2 bags. Is down to $17.98. The Kingsford right here. It's not a huge savings. It's only $2 off, but hey, if you're in here and you're looking for charcoal, there you have it. So the Genesis grill is $170 off. This is the Weber. Now, if you saw my Costco video from the other day that I just uploaded, they got one there that's like $750 from Weber. It may not be as high of the model as this one. I forget which model is over there. So this is the series that's here. But that one's down to like in the 700 range over at Costco. So you may want to look at that. So here you get it on this price here. And now this one here, I'm not so sure about what grade of stainless steel they're using here. This almost looks like it's been like plated, like chrome or something. So don't know, or if it's even stainless at that point. I always tell people, bring in a magnet and put a magnet on there. If it doesn't stick, you got pure stainless steel. If it does stick, then it means you have some type of alloy, which may be of lower quality, or it may not be of lower quality. And Jared Leto says there's no option to give likes. There's always got to be an option. Here's the other Weber. This is the E325, and it's $100 lower right now too as well. So this one is saved $200. And really, if you were going to buy a Weber grill at Home Depot, I wouldn't come in and get it unless they were like that, like 150 or more marked off, just because they are expensive to begin with. There was another one back here, a Next Grill one. I think this is the one that's, well, yeah, this one's $149. It's just a small cart charcoal grill. And Shaka Gillis checks in with a $2 super chat, and he says, "Good morning, Jeff. Ryobi tools are trash." Actually, he said good afternoon. Ryobi tools are trash. Well, thank you so much for that, Mr. Shaka. Where's that other grill I was trying to find? It was a Next Grill. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is the one that's in the Father's Day flyer also. It's $199. So it's basically $50 off. And Mr. Bob Newell says, is this the peak of grill season? Well, it depends on where you live. Here in Florida, we grill year round. So there really is no peak. Okay? It peaks all year round for us. And let me see if we had anything down this. There was a third little aisle here of grills. I love the look of this Next Grill. I own a Next Grill at home that I got from Costco back in 2007 for $1,300. Big old granite countertop and everything. But this one's cool because you got the windows on the front. Although Next Grill has kind of gotten a little lower quality with the grates, you know. But you know what? Anytime you buy a grill, if you don't like these grates, you go online to eBay. I have repurchased 2 or 3 times over the years pure stainless steel grates for my grill. Whatever your size is, I mean, these are fairly common size. There's always a manufacturer on eBay that sells the pure stainless grill for you. And they'll make that grate, and you just install it, and you're good to go. They got a couple of other Next Grill units here that are $100 off. $200 off on this one. So here's the one that was $549 at one point, and there's your number on it. And I'm trying to see who was saying this about Andrew Wool didn't show up, and yeah, he didn't show up yesterday, but his attorney was there, and I know the judge wouldn't accept the plea. I remember reading that story, but yeah, he won't get in trouble for not showing up because if he had representation there, he'll be fine. For those of you who don't know, Andrew Wold is the owner of that Davenport, Iowa apartment building that had that collapse on the day before Memorial Day. And I've put up a few analysis videos on that. And I think I'm going to work on another one. There was a longer, like a ring cam video taken from the building next door that showed the collapse happen. But even more importantly, that video shows the collapse about 9 minutes before it collapsed. So it showed even more things falling off of the building than what I was able to show. All right, so the golden time for tool selling is over. Nah, who knows? All right, I'm going to show you some deals up here on our way to getting to the tool section. So what they did was they've got, this is way too much money in my opinion for a wine and beverage cooler, $449. A lot of times we'll see ones this size at Sam's Club in like the 200 range. But however, here is a Frigidaire fridge freezer right here, upright. And this guy, $200 off. 201 off to be exact. Now it says that it ends on the 7th, so you might want to check. I don't know why it would still be up with all the signage unless they're still going to honor it. But hey, if it's on the floor like that, then I'm sure you'll have an easy time convincing the manager to honor it. And here's a smaller one. Okay, this is from Magic Chef. Now this is $3.99, but it doesn't really say if it's marked down from another price. So that's one of the things I always look for. Is there a reference price? Are they telling you how much you're saving, for example, like this? All right, so let's head on down yonder here. And I want to see what we got. There's a Husky, couple of Husky tool chests up here. Now, I may have showed these in the last one. Oh, here comes my favorite machine. Beep, beep. So you got the Husky. Here you go. The red combo is $329, down from $548. So it's this whole thing right here. Save $219. Oh. And of course, you know, they're suggesting these as the Father's Day gifts. I actually like the blue one here. The red one's kind of nice, but the blue's kind of different because everybody has the reds. Got the reds. I want to walk by over here at the clearance, see what we've got. It looks like we still have a couple of the stuff, the things that I saw last time I was in here. Like this Milwaukee. Is this the fuel vacuum? Let me see what they got. Yeah. So here's the fuel vacuum. Let's see. Bob says, should I worry about living in a one-story CBS building? No. CBS is a lot better than brick. If it's true CBS, concrete block structure, it's better than brick, and it doesn't have that crumbling effect that the clay bricks have. So we're assuming that the Davenport apartment building had clay bricks on the inside, and that the outside facade was the regular brick. But if water gets into those inside clay bricks, it'll crumble them in a heartbeat. I am loving this diamond cup wheel here from Makita. Not a huge savings, but you know, sometimes when they stick it on clearance, if you bring an employee by and have them scan it, sometimes it shows up lower on the scanner, or even sometimes on those rare occasions you go up front, it scans at a penny. I wonder if I should get this. Can you use this on drywall? Because look, it's a 16-inch finishing trowel. And what's the price on it? Yeah, $17.57. And there he goes. So I don't know. I like the idea of this. If I can use this on drywall, I can get some real good skim coating going when I do that. And, oh, Goodly Earth just checked in. That's our buddy Mitch. I was working with Mitch a couple of weeks ago in Central Florida on a couple of projects there for the weekend. It was good to see you again, Mitch. Hey, look at this. So this is a nice little core tool right here. Let me see how much they're getting for this bit. There you go. These are pretty pricey to start, so anytime you can get a discount on these, you know, all the better. Oh, he's back again. It's very colorful. This is like a Christmas show. I feel like I'm going to do some disco dancing right here, man. That looks new because I don't remember seeing that on the forklifts here before. All right, so they also have the Makitas right here, the charger with a 2-pack of the 5 amp hours. These are part of that BOGO deal still, I think, but they've got these sitting right here at 50 bucks off if you just want to come in and get those. That's actually not a bad deal to get a charger and 2 5 amp hour batteries. Not a bad deal at all. What other? They have like 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3 of these Milwaukee vacs. And what are they getting on this Ryobi? This is a chop saw, miter saw. I don't see the. Let me see if we got a sticker on it. Hold on. Dang, they got nothing. I have no price on that. All right, so we're gonna go up front and try the BOGO tool deals. There's a new section up there for Husky and a new section for Ridgid that we're gonna check out there.
I don't know what the difference is between. Oh, that's the difference.
Home Depot means to implement a proven, successful inventory management system. Yep. You got theft that goes on, and then you also have sometimes inaccuracies as well. Now, just in case you guys haven't seen our last video that we did here, so this deal has been running for like the last 3 years at summertime, and I think also at Black Friday they bring these in. So this is the deal that if you either buy this combo kit up top here, or the other one there with the circ saw, that's the rear handle circ saw. If you buy either of those 2 kits, you'll get the 2 5-amp-hour batteries. So that's how it's different, because it's just the 2 batteries by themselves, not with that charger that I just showed you in that kit a minute ago. Oh, so Publix invented BOGO, huh? That's what Bob Newell says. Go pull the wire. Hey, I should, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to head over. I'm going to pass by the saws and see if there's any deals. I know Ridgid just brought in a couple of new saw deals I'm going to show you up here. But nothing on the miter there. Nada. There's nothing. Nothing glutton. They did put on sale, however, these here, the tape measures. These are in the flyer, the Father's Day flyer. And so these are the wide ones, and I'll show you how wide. These are pretty. Look at that, man. Ooh. And really, really stiff. So, yeah. So they brought these down to $19.97 from $25.97. So pretty much anywhere where I see a white sticker might be the deal. This is a decent deal. I mean, it normally goes for $119. I have this, and I love this thing. This saved our bacon at Disney World to bring it into the restaurant and stuff, and in the mornings, and charge our phones with our to be able to plug in your super fast charger which requires AC is better. It charges your phone better than walking around with one of those little batteries that don't always have the rapid charge. But there you go on that right there. And let me see if they lowered anything else over here. Nothing else looks like it got lowered, so we're going to go over here and check out the Ridgid display. And just hold that thought on these Milwaukees, because I'm going to address those in a minute real quick. I want to get to this Ridgid and show you guys everything that's going on here. Wall Street Journal has an article last week saying both Home Depot and Lowe's may look to move all tools behind lock and key. Wow, by year end. Yep, it's getting to be that. And I saw articles on the news and stuff about San Francisco this week that a lot of downtown businesses are closing, and Walmarts and Targets and Walgreens are closing because of the crime. They don't want to admit it, but that's part of the reason. All right, so here's the new Ridgid display. Now this just came up here. Oops, hang on. June 5th this week, and it's good until July 23rd. So you got a few weeks. However, it looks like in this store we don't have much stock of it. But if you buy any one of these Ridgid tools right here, you get to choose that free battery 2-pack that you see right there. Now, there are 2 amp-hour batteries in here. This is the battery pack right here. See? So this is your buy one, get one free tool deal from Ridgid. And then there's all of your tools there. Now, if you're smart, you'll do it on the cheapest tool to pay money on, which is this guy right here. Okay, or here's your simultaneous dual port charger. Now that's interesting, because usually when you see multi-chargers, they're not simultaneous, they're sequential. And so that's why, I wouldn't even spend money on one unless it was like this type, simultaneous. That's the only type of charger, gang charger, I think you should get. Because let me tell you, when you need it, you're going to need it badly. And then, so here and on this side, they have a your choice in the $79 range. So all of these tools here are $79, except for, I believe, the radio, the hybrid radio. So this one here will take batteries, or you can plug it in. And so he's down to $99 from $159. All of these other tools, the $79 ones, these are down from $99. Now, what I like about the sander the best is, see, look at that price. I think DeWalt's sander is usually about 140 bucks. And usually, like with the DeWalt and the other tools, I tell people to try to get those when there's a buy one, get one going on. With the Ridgid, if you can get them at 79, you're already doing reasonably decent anyway. Even the fan is 79, but I think that fan is overpriced at that price range. And here you have new lower prices. So they picked 3 kits here. And one of them is this 4-tool combo kit right there. Do you see that? So that was $429, and it is now right there at $379. And then you got this little 2-tool combo kit, and I don't think that's just a drill driver. It's not a hammer drill. And he is down. They're not saying really how much it's down to from what price, but they are saying it on this other one here. And this kit, is that the? I don't know if this is the older one. This might be the hammer on there. I don't know. Yeah, but either way, this kit here comes with the 2 batteries, and they are giving you the lowdown there of how low that one is. And Gustavo says, great to be on your live again. Well, it's great to have you here. Here's their 3.5-inch round framing nailer. Let me see, what angle is it? Is it 21 degree? Yeah, they're not saying. But it's down to 179 from 229. Oh, it is 21 degrees. It's right there. Yeah. No, but this one's a pneumatic, and you know, I don't even use pneumatics anymore. I don't even bring my compressor tank anymore. This to me is old stuff, you know. If you're still using that, fine. But so that's down to 189. This is the 6-gallon pancake, and it comes with the brad nailer as well, 18 gauge. And then they put the 12-gallon dry vac. This is the wet dry vac on sale, and this, well, actually, it's a new lower price, so it probably means you don't have to rush right out. But there's what it comes with. It comes with 1 filter, and there's all of the accessories that it comes with there. And let me see. Who's that? Was that Wilson? It said, hey, I found a 9 amp hour DeWalt flexible for 119 at BOGOs. Wow. That's a pretty good score on that, man. Yeah. Who was it that said, oh, up and down for 59? It says, Jeff needs Home Depot to sell fresh eggs, nuts, and berries. I know, man, because I go through those things like crazy every week. Okay, so I don't see a new lower price on the miter saw. That's still $3.99. Now, what they do have here is the table saw is down to $3.99 from $5.99. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but didn't we see these as low as like $3.50 a couple of years ago, like at Black Friday? For some reason, that number sticks out in my mind here. And then I want to show you, for those of you that aren't aware, maybe you missed our last live stream a few weeks ago for Memorial Day, is you got Ryobi days going on. And there's 2 flavors of Ryobi days going on. There's their regular lower end tools, and then you have Shaka Gillis's favorite right here, which are the high performance, or as we call it, HP. And usually even the batteries are higher performance too. So I'll start with these. I'm just going to run real quick through it. So if you buy this kit, which has the 3 HP batteries in there, there's a 6, a 4, and a 2. If you buy this kit for $199, you get to pick from any of these tools. And I always tell you to be as strategic as you can about which tool it is you're getting. And I believe this vacuum is one of them. I didn't mention it last time because it wasn't here, but I'm just going to show you that this one is probably dollar-wise the best of the deals, because you're getting $199, all right? You're getting a $199 tool free. You can get any one of these guys here. And you can also get any one of these guys around this side here. Okay, so you'll see it all over the side. So remember, that's the HP, that's the higher performance, that's their brushless line. And if you want to go cheaper, you can get their regular line, which most of the tools are not brushed. Doesn't mean they're bad tools. It just means these are really not, contractor grade. I know a lot of handymen and stuff use them, and that's fine. Like the ratchet, that thing doesn't need to be brushless. I have this ratchet, and I love this thing. Love this thing. Absolutely love it. So anyway, on these lower end deals, if you buy the $99 kit, which has these two batteries in it, the two 4 amp hour batteries, you get to pick any one of these tools. And this is one of them. This is a new one that I'd love to. If anybody got one of these, let us know your opinion of how well these work. These look really cool. So these are just like the clamp fans, and you clamp them on the rafters up there when you're working in. You got speakers up there. You can clamp them anywhere. Hang it from the ceiling out of the way and just let it play music for you all the way across the room. Go back to DeWalt, Jeff. Yeah, we're going to go by the DeWalt in a sec. Let's see if they have anything else worthwhile mentioning on these. These are part of it too. I wouldn't recommend this blower. It's just probably way too small, not strong enough. You got the 21-inch hedge trimmer for $99, and always, these are always going to be the more popular ones. The jigsaw, the multi-tool, right? Now, I want to. Oh, Husky. That's what I want to do. So they brought in a new Husky section now that they just set up this week. This one we've already seen. See, so they got the Father's Day idea thing on there. So this kit is normally $99. They usually bring it in on Black Friday and usually in time for Father's Day because it's just such a huge kit, a very popular kit here at Home Depot for people to get. I mean, there's everything that it comes with right there. And 3 drawers. I mean, for $99, you just simply can't go. I like how they really overemphasize the value in it. Come on, really? $700. Yeah, man. Bought one very nice. James, what did you buy that was very nice? You talking about those speakers? So here we got the torque wrench again. Here's the 1/2 inch one. They do this every year too. The 1/2 inch and the 3/8 inch. So the 1/2 inch, see, this is the time to buy these because I've seen these in here before when it was at the full price. Although before, I think the full price was like maybe $89 before, or maybe that one was $79 before. But anyway, to get these at that price range is a pretty good deal. And then here for $19.97, you got the 2-piece, the groove joint pliers, which are basically channel locks type pliers. And I need to get a set of like this, man, because look, you got a real good, solid, thick needle nose pliers. But then you have the high leverage orthogonal, well, they call them pliers, but these look like they're cutters. I lost mine, so I need to maybe get another one of these till I can get a Knipex or something. I always pronounce it wrong. I always want to call it Knipex, but I think it's actually pronounced Knipex. You got to pronounce the K. It's crazy. Here's a little screwdriver set. $22.97 for this one. Now I do like the fact that it tells you P1, P2 on there. Do we have any P3s? No. Nothing on there. This one has a pick set too, the hook and pick set. One of these days I gotta pick up one of these things. I can't tell you how many times I've needed to have a hook. And so these are down to $14.97 there. And James, yep, he bought that kit. Alright. This one is this the 50 piece for $29? Yeah. Now I just posted on my community page today that deal that was over at Amazon. And I showed it that it was it the Craftsman ratchet set that was like 60 pieces in the $30 range? I would check that one out too, because Lowe's has it on their website right now for $79. Here's a 119 piece mechanics tool set. This one is $69 right there out of $109. And of course, we always see these here. I bought this one last year when they had it. The 7, oh, this is a smaller one. I think I bought the bigger one that was like 50 bucks. So this is a 7-piece, and I like the ratcheting combo. That just makes life so much easier in certain applications where you're going to be doing a lot of turns on a tight area. You want that ratcheting on there. And then, of course, here is, this is the 24-piece. But, you know, if you go over to Costco, and if you can still find that DeWalt 34-piece over there, Costco sells the 34-piece for $29.97, the same price. And when it goes on sale, I've seen it as low as $19 at Costco. So see if you can find that over there. Better deal. In my opinion, probably every single socket set is of the same quality. They're all made in China, and they're all probably made in the same factory. We don't know, but that would be my guess. Husky tools prone to rusting, says Gustavo. The Verse speakers work great and they have a memory once paired. Next time you use them, you just turn it on and it's connected. That's a good idea. Alright, let me see. Is this one new? Yeah, this went up this week too. So for $249, you get the brushless. This is the blower kit with a 4-amp-hour battery. Let me see if we got the model number. Let me zoom in close to that for you. Yeah, they're showing it right there. There's your SKU number. And so $249, or you can get the 13-inch string trimmer that also comes with a 4-amp-hour battery. And then for 15 smackaroonies, personally, I think they should throw this in for free. You get the 80. And I like that shape on those too. That's better than the round. You got those sharp edges. The twist line. All right. Let's take a look at if there's anything else. I don't want to cover stuff that I already covered on the Memorial Day one. So a lot of these, I'll just very quickly do the Milwaukee buy one, get ones here for you real quick. So there's 2 different deals going on here. There's a $199 and a $299. So if you buy this starter kit for $199, these are the tools you get to choose for free. So if you're going to go buy Dad something new and you want to get him something good, this is the best time to do it. I tell people to acquire their tools when there's a BOGO going on. Because here you just got 2 new batteries here. It looks like, is this the XC 5.0 and the CP 2.0 battery? So you buy this kit for $199 and you get to choose from any of these other tools that are right around here. But just look and make sure it's the right one. You get the impact driver, that's the hammer drill, the multi-tool. Yeah, because if you were to pay full price for this multi-tool, man, that's ridiculous how expensive some of these are, you know. And then the other deal is if you want to go a little higher and spend $299, you can get, this one has the 2-pack of the XC 2.0 batteries. So if you buy that starter kit, which is right here, for $299, and I would get the light. That would be my target. This is when I tell people to get the rocket light. This is one of the lights for free, because otherwise you'd be paying $229. Now this light was on sale a couple of months ago for $175 or $179, which was a pretty good time to get it if you didn't want to, you know, do the BOGO deals, or the BOGO deals weren't available then. But this is the one I would squander my free tool on that. You get these other ones here, you know, the router. These are all brushless. These are the fuel series. So all of these here, and that's pretty much it for the Milwaukee. And so the DeWalt ones we already showed on the previous video from Memorial Day, and I'm going to show you these other 2 things right here. So here we got the other Husky, the 8-drawer. This is the 42-inch, and of course they got the whole. See, they got these little Father's Day signs all over the place. So $428. Now they're not saying if this is on sale, so you always want to double check these and see. You know, sometimes they go through all the trouble and they put up all these balloons on them and everything. But you want to make sure, hey, is that really a sale item or is it not? You know. Looking at the DeWalt small blower. I have a blower from DeWalt, but I like the Greenworks one better from Costco. It's a 740 CFM. and that kit comes with a battery, an 80-volt battery, and I haven't used my DeWalt since I bought that one. So one of these days I'll probably break down and get the Flex Volt version of the DeWalt. This is that one, I bought this on my last live stream. You guys saw me buy this. I haven't tested it out yet. So this is a USB lithium high pressure inflation kit. Just a little tiny little handheld guy. And there's the battery, and it will charge by USB. So my other inflator, which is a Ryobi that I've been using the last few weeks because I have a nail on my tire, does a great job. It runs off a regular Ryobi battery, but this I thought was kind of a novel idea. They did lower the price here on the Husky, the bucket tool bag right here. So these are down to $12.98. And they took about $5 off on this 17-inch, the toe rotating handle. The thing about it, see, I have like an older version of this. I think it's a little bigger, and I hate it. I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. It's great an idea, and it's a great, the layout and everything is fine. The problem is these rivets on mine. These look better on mine. The fourth time I carried that bag, it broke. So I'm kind of down on the Husky bags and stuff right now. So there we have it. I think we pretty much covered everything in here for Father's Day. And I can't believe we've been on this long. I thought it was going to be a really short one, man. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us, folks. If you have any questions that did not get answered, be sure to ask them in the questions below there. Just leave a comment, and I'll get to it later when I get home. So
Don't forget to pay for our vacation.
yeah, she wants money, more money, and we want to go to BOGO. Stay with my sister next weekend. All right, guys, have a great productive week. Good luck shopping for Dad, and we'll see all of you on the next one. That we finally got that.